All right, I wanted to pop on here because I was, like usual, I have things that cue me to talk about things. And today I want to talk about something that I find is very serious. And that is like the sugar industry and the food industry and how they're basically poisoning us, feeding us foods that we shouldn't be eating. They're so readily available. And they're so easy to prepare, and the food industry just doesn't care about your health. And it's really concerning to me, and my heart bleeds for people because for the past 2.5 years, when I took my health back and I found out the way to take my health back, which was from eating single ingredient foods, I knew that what I did remove is I removed sugar and refined foods, processed foods out of my diet. And every day since then, I basically I now observe people and their behaviors, and it pains me because I see a lot of people suffering, and I see a lot of people suffering without them knowing that they're suffering. And, we've got conditions out there that are, this. I'm about to say some things, and I'm not trying to be rude saying them, but I think it just has to be said, okay? The world is becoming fat. And like the majority of people out there are unhealthy, and a lot of people are overweight. And, fat, right? Fat. I said it, fat, right? People think that's so obnoxious, but it's not. I was fat. And it's just a word that means, you've got some body fat on you and it's growing. Like, you can call it overweight, you can call it whatever you want, but let's just say that society's getting fat. And, it's like the elephant in the room, no pun intended, right? The elephant in the room, and you're not allowed to say it. You're not even allowed to tell yourself that you're fat, right? You go in the mirror and you're overweight, and you're like, yeah, but I'm happy. Great. If you're happy and you're overweight, then that is amazing. And that's true. Some people can be happy and overweight, but are you really happy? Like, if you're happy, like, don't lie to yourself, and don't lie to yourself. If you get out of the shower and you stand by the mirror and you're overweight and you're just rocking and you got no towel on and you're brushing your teeth and you're doing whatever, and you're happy with yourself, then that's amazing. Then be happy. But if you get out of the shower and you're overweight and you put a towel on because you want to cover up because you don't like the way that you look, but then you tell yourself that you're happy, don't bullshit yourself. I go see a psychologist, and I don't go sit down for an hour and tell nothing but lies. I tell the truth. Because why? Because I want to change. I want to be better. I want to be mentally healthier in my mind. So I tell the truth. So why do people lie to themselves first and then also lie to other people? Well, because I think that when we get into that behavior, we're telling ourselves that we love ourselves, and you should. You actually genuinely should love yourself no matter what. But being fat isn't healthy. It's not. It is not a healthy way to live. It's hard on your joints. It's hard on your pancreas. It's hard on your blood sugar. It's hard on everything. Your cholesterol. It's hard on everything. It's inflammatory. It's not healthy. And I see so many people suffering, and then they suffer from different things because they are overweight or fat. They suffer from, mental issues, self-esteem issues. Then they turn down a road of, eating themselves happy, and then it just gets, it's a steamroller effect where it just keeps steamrolling. And so what I wanted to say is I wanted to be able to talk to you guys and just give you a little bit of information that could help you if you're in that situation. And give you a little bit of information on what it is that's making you the size that you are. Okay? So if you happen to be overweight, the only thing you gotta look at is what type of foods you're putting in your body And the type of foods you want to put in your body are not refined, not sugar, not any form of sugar, not any form of sweetener at all. Stay away from sweeteners and stay away from abundant supply of fruit. I have multiple people that come to me and say, I eat very clean, Shane. I don't know why I'm gaining weight. You know, I wake up, I have oatmeal, and I have, some fruit on that, and I have some yogurt. I'm like, well, that's not clean. That's jacked full of sugar and jacked full of fructose and jacked full of carbohydrates. And you have an insulin response there, which is causing a lot of damage to store your calories as fat. And number two, if you're putting sugars in your body at the very beginning, it affects your serotonin levels of your hormones. And they're messed up for the rest of the day, and you can't recover till you go to sleep. So what we're putting in our foods. Now, I want to tell you that the food industry and the sugar industry, they've got 100 different names for sugar. And, whether it's sucralose, whether it's, sugar, whether it's brown sugar, whether it's honey, it all does the same thing, which sends an insulin response into your body. And insulin, it's only got two jobs: to help glucose get into the cell as energy, or take it and store it as fat. So that tells us that what you should try and do is have a lower insulin response, which means don't eat carbohydrates, lessen your intake of carbohydrates and refined foods, because sugar's in all of them, and lessen your sugar. Get rid of sugar, because sugar is the devil. Get rid of sugar. When I say sugar, I mean sugar of all types, okay? Get rid of all types of sugar. And sweetener. So really, there's only two sweeteners you should be looking for that are affordable. Okay, one is liquid stevia, liquid, not the powdered, because it's usually bound with something else to make it powder. And monk fruit. If you can find monk fruit, get the monk fruit sweetener. That's it. I mean, in all reality, if you compound not eating those things over time, you're going to get yourself to a state in which you want what you want. Because what happened is over time, we were doing the wrong thing over time, which got us to where we didn't want to be in the first place. So don't be fooled by all the sweeteners that say Starbucks. Starbucks has got, multiple sweeteners for their products. Just as an example, they've got the, no sugar pump, this, that, and the other thing. Well, that's jacked with some other sweetener that's causing the same insulin response. And they've also got the sweeteners and the powders. All of those are no good for you either. So be careful with that, and if you stop doing that every day, compounded over time is going to equal results. I hope that helps you out. Have a great day.